I'll look at it. We are on. We're live for real. Okay, let's go then. Good evening, people. Good evening. Welcome to Facts Over Feelings. Tonight, we have a special guest that we're going to be talking about some issues, and she even agreed to stay for some political talk. So we're going to throw some softball questions at her, y'all. So make her feel comfortable. But tonight, I have my co-host with me, Jordan.
Hey, what's up, man? It's been a while. It's been what, like 2 or 3 weeks?
It's been 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Last time I was out of the city for some work purposes, and I'm back. Then I got sick. It's just like it's going crazy.
Yeah.
But back here live and in colors, they say, right?
Yeah.
Let me make sure because they're gonna get me because this thing is going on. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm in the comments. Good. We ready to roll. So again, thank y'all for coming in. Facts Over Feelings. We have Jessica here from IO Youth Foundation.
Yes.
IO Youth Foundation. So Jessica, tell me, how long has your foundation been in existence, and what led you to start this wonderful platform that you have?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
We actually just celebrated 10 years.
10 years.
Congratulations.
Nonprofit, correct?
Congratulations.
Nonprofit, yeah.
Okay. All
We
right.
celebrated 10 years. This past weekend, we did a documentary premiere. So we did a whole filming of a documentary, got some interviews going from some of the sponsors, the volunteers,
Okay.
some of the old scholars, things like that. I know y'all probably tired of hearing about it, but the way I started it just came from like my upbringing. And we go way back.
Way
So,
back.
I was adopted
Yeah.
growing up by a particular family, and the family who adopted me died super early. So my mom died when I was about 12, and then shortly after, maybe about 2 or 3 years later, the woman who adopted me passed away. So that obviously left me on my own. And comes high school, my freshman year is when my adopted mother died. And so you get into high school, you see all these new things, and you get older, you want to go to prom. And then I realized that there was like a situation. I'm like, how I'm going to pay for prom? How I'm going to pay for all of the things I had already been on my own by that time. So I realized it was a need then. And then it was one of the things I just wanted to help kids be able to go to prom without the financial burden. Yeah.
And you guys been doing that for 10 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So,
Wait, do you have any siblings?
I do. However, I was adopted.
Okay.
I was technically in foster care for a really long time, but I was only with one family. And so my little sister was also adopted, but she was adopted early on. And so there was a split between she and I. And then my dad has other children, which I think I got a whole sister I've never met before.
Wow.
And then I have another sister I haven't seen since I was probably like 16.
Okay. Wow.
So I have siblings, but we're just like
Spread out.
Yeah. But only one of them, my mom's younger daughter, she and I are close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So tell us about your foundation. You started it. What do you guys do? So if somebody wanted to know, is watching here about IO Youth Foundation, explain to us, what is it that you guys do?
Yeah, essentially it's a foundation that supports youth and young adults in workforce preparation. So I am also primarily an HR professional. I work in talent acquisition. So that's where it really started. And so we do things like mock interviews, resume building, all of the things workforce prep, right?
What's the demographic that you guys aim for?
Pretty much the age range is 18 to 22-ish.
Okay.
So anywhere around there. That's pretty much where it kind of started. The prom drive just kind of like got a little more popular and it took off, and then the need was just skyrocketed. But we still service our youth with the other services. That one just got a little more popular.
Well, tell us about this prom drive. How did that come about? Other than I know you said it was your story about, being faced going to prom and because prom is expensive. Expensive when I went to prom, so I can just imagine
it's crazy.
How is it now, man? I mean, they be doing all kind of pre-prom, what they call it, send-offs.
Yeah.
Just go to the doggone thing. But okay, that's just me. But yeah, so Yes, explain that. What exactly is the prime drop?
Okay, so what I like to call it is a free shopping experience.
Okay.
So we set it up like pretty much like a boutique, like a store, and it's
Mm.
not just for girls. That's what I've been really trying to stress because a lot of the girls they always come. The boys, even when they register, they don't always come.
Mhm.
Okay.
But like I said, I like to call it a free shopping experience. We set up a venue like a store. We have rounders, we have four ways, and we just display everything, the entire time. It's usually from like 2 to 6. So we set it all up and then we pretty much display it, let them run through whatever they want. They pick their dresses, they pick shoes. We have sponsors that sponsor service things like hair, nails, makeup, haircuts, lashes, all of the things. So we do prom like raffles for prom tickets, all of that.
And this is all free to the to the children.
Yep. It's all free to the community, free to the
Free.
children. Yep.
So how do you get like your
That's fine. Thank
how do you get
Sorry.
your dresses and or apparel and clothes? Like, do you have community partners? Do
Mhm.
you guys purchase? Do you guys have donations? Like, how does that all work?
Community partners? I just be begging.
I just be
Yep, that's what I like to tell people. I just be begging. So
But it
you know,
works
Hey,
though, right?
you don't ask for nothing.
It
You don't
works.
get anything. You don't ask for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
have tons of
Those mouths don't get
sponsors.
fed.
Yep, we got tons of sponsors. People, you were a sponsor before.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
So
I
we
did.
have tons of people that really just support the cause, and then
Mhm.
they buy dresses. They, donate. We also take gently worn things too.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
girls, most of the ladies, we like to shop anyway. We got a bunch of stuff with tags on it. They, they donate. So, yep. So shoes. I've had sponsors for shoes from boutiques. All types of things.
Mhm,
Yeah.
So if anyone wanted to, I guess, donate to that cause, how would
Mhm.
one do so?
Pretty much we don't have a space specifically right now. So
Okay.
normally what I do is like set up a donation drop off. So in a form of a fundraiser. So a lot of places will lend me their spaces. Like I've done one at City Social. I've
Mhm.
done one at 1700 Pull Up. Kind of just post up and bring our donation situation and people would just come make their donations. Right now we are not accepting any dress donations. We have still over 200 dresses.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and the event was Saturday, this
Yeah,
past Saturday.
this past Saturday,
And
yes.
so even with that, we still have just tons of dresses. But for the guys' apparel, we're still accepting things for that.
Okay.
Shoes, suits, all of the things.
So the drive is normally at different locations for right now. You don't have a set place that you do the actual drive.
Usually I have a set place. I just changed the venue this year,
Okay.
but we don't have an actual space as the organization right now. So I'm working on that. I want to get eventually a space where we have like workshops and things set up, computers, all of the things. We'll be able to do that type of stuff. But for now, we pretty much rent out venue where we can pretty much host the event. Yeah.
Wow. And you guys just had one this Saturday. So what does the attendance look like for those events?
Man, this year we had 35 kids registered.
Wow.
Huh?
35. So normally we sponsor anywhere from 20 to 40 families every year.
Mhm.
Yeah, we literally service around 20 to 40 families.
Okay.
So we had about 35 registered. I think about 30 showed up.
That is just wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great.
Really great.
Because I have not heard any other nonprofits in the city doing anything like that. And if it is, somebody put it in the comments because I haven't heard it.
Yeah.
But I think I just believe that's just wonderful and it's free.
Yep.
All the child has to do is come in and sign up and you registered
Yep.
and you get all the information. Like,
Yeah.
we talk about these things about, there's nothing here for the kids, nothing here for this. There's plenty stuff here.
Yeah, I try to make it as easy as possible because I feel like the kids go through so much with their junior and senior year.
Yeah.
Worried about college applications. They're just worried about a ton of things. So I didn't want to put any pressure on it with essays or anything like that. So it's all they do is register. And we actually had a great addition this year. We were able to have transportation. So the kids who did register that needed transportation, we were sponsored by A Mother's Heart Learning Center. So she did transportation for anybody who
To drive the kids to the prom.
and from
to
the prom drive event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Pick
that
them up
is
straight from
just-
their houses
Mhm.
to the event.
So how do you guys recruit then? I mean, are you in some schools or
Yeah.
is it word of mouth? Like, can you
A lot of
elaborate more
it.
on that?
Yeah, a lot of it is like word of mouth, but I'm also in the schools. I have some connections with some of the schools. I had a connection with
Okay.
Cudahy
Mhm.
High School, Hamilton High School, Pulaski. So a lot of times I go into the schools. I email all of the social workers
Mhm.
of MPS.
I mean, it makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yep,
Mhm.
I
Makes
emailed
sense.
everybody. But a lot of times I go into the schools, talk to them. They'll let me come in and talk to the kids, things like that. I do a lot of radio,
Okay.
podcasts,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Here we go.
Yep.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
hmm
Okay. Cool.
what's
That
up.
is great. Any more questions?
So you mentioned you guys do like workforce development stuff. So how does that structure? Is that when a youth signs up for the is it closet, or what do we call it? Is it a closet or
The prom drive,
prom drive? When they sign up for the prime drive, are they automatically entered into like skills training and workforce development stuff, or how does that part work?
Not necessarily. We're still building more of a foundation,
Okay.
And how we're gonna pretty much do that because we've been so busy with the prom drive. It just
Mhm.
took over. So we're gonna work with some of the local nonprofits. I'm hoping to work with Owens Place pretty soon.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So we've,
Okay.
we're working on it.
Any Goodwill in there?
I
Is it-
don't actually. That's one
Okay.
place I don't have a
Okay.
Yeah.
good connection
We
with.
can get
But
you
Now, which
Yeah.
Father Jeans is another one. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
familiar with them. Father Jeans is the nonprofit clothing agency too.
Do you do anything? I mean, now I'm just like my head is spinning now, like because I try to be a connector and get people into different spaces, right? So like, have you connected with like the D9 and like some of the sororities? I know I'm an alpha,
There you go.
the greatest fraternity in
There
the
you go.
world.
I knew that plug was coming. I knew it was coming. I was waiting for it.
But the alphas don't necessarily do a clothing drive. We do other stuff, but other fraternities, Omega Psi Phi and the Sigmas, they do like an actual clothing drive where we give our gently used suits back to them, and they do a lot of stuff with the youth. So that to me is like, if you're not connected with them, how can we help you get connected to those type of things so that you can look to scale? And then the second part of that is, even though that wasn't a question, but you can elaborate. The second part of that is, this has been 10 years of a journey for you. What's your like overall goal? What does the next 5 to 10 years look like for you?
Yeah. So the first question, I'm glad that you said that, because the staff and we were trying to put together like a kind of like a Greek picnic, and trying to do something last summer.
We do a Greek picnic, so we can just invite you to the Greek picnic. So
I
we
would
need to
love
make
that.
sure we exchange information
Yep.
so I
Look
can
at
get you
that.
connected.
Look at my show,
Yeah.
connecting
Greek
people and
picnic.
stuff.
Yeah.
I would love that. So that was definitely a topic. But so we had been trying to, do that. One of my staff members is actually an AKA.
Okay.
So, she was
Good
trying
for
to
you.
help us, put something together. We were trying to do like a block party.
Mhm.
We were just trying to figure it out, but it ended up just kind of like cutting it a little too close, so we didn't get there. But
Okay.
that's on the cards.
Okay.
When you talk about like what's next and what we
Yeah.
want to do. So that's one of the things. I also want to get more of a permanent space, like I said, for
Mhm.
workshops, computers, all of the things. That's the biggest thing that I'm working on, and really connecting with people to try to build the foundation with the workforce preparation stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. That's awesome.
That is. I mean, you are doing just some awesome work there.
Thank you.
Seriously. And
I'm
and, and
trying.
and I don't know how much people know about it. That was one reason. Well, my reasons for having you on twofold. One, because I just don't think enough people know about the organization, what you guys got going on. Because I hear constantly people always saying there's not enough programs here for our youth. It's not this, it's not that. But we do have someone that's doing exactly that. Second reason is because it's Women's History Month.
Yeah.
So why not have a person that's out here doing the thing with her
that's
own
right.
business? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I like to highlight those things, especially my Black queens. Yes, y'all doing it. Y'all doing it.
Yeah.
Well, we just need to just have this information out there because folks just need to know.
Yeah.
Do you have a website or anything you'd like to shout out? Anything we can I can give to my producer here and put in the comments so people can go and look?
Absolutely. IOYouthFoundation.org.
IOU.
Yes, IOYouthFoundation.org is the website.
Okay.
And then on Facebook and Instagram, it's just IO Youth Foundation.
Youth Foundation. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Want to make sure we put that information, get the information out there because I think folks need to know.
For sure. I
Yeah,
brought y'all
we-
some brochures too.
And it has a QR code on the back of there too,
It
right? You can
does, and that'll
scan
take you straight to the website.
straight to it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
So now we're getting ready to get into some fun topics.
I'm gonna excuse myself.
You said you were sticking around.
I'm sticking around.
At first, we was talking about politics. She was like, "I don't know about no politics. I don't know about all that. I don't know." I'm like, "Oh, come on, come on. We're gonna have fun."
Learn me something.
You
Learn
nice,
me
nice.
something.
My grandma learned me something.
Learn me something.
Yeah. So, first question I have for you, Jess, is what would you say as a what do you vote on a regular basis?
I do.
Okay,
I know it's my civic duty.
it's your civic duty.
And sometimes
You are. That means you are registered and everything. You ready to go for the April 7th election? That's
actually
coming up?
I am not. I need to.
Oh,
I
we need to
my
get you
life.
ready. We need to
I
get you ready.
I need to get my life.
Oh, we
together.
need to get you ready. Okay,
Yeah.
well, you what? You are in the perfect place for that. You're in the perfect place. We're gonna hook you up.
I know that's right.
So as a voter, though, you said you do vote though in past elections. Where do you go get your information to seek about the person that you're voting for?
typically, to be quite honest, from my stepmother.
Okay. Don't feel bad. My family
That-
does me. I'm the person.
Right,
in the
me
family.
too. Like, we voting for? I guess
I
that's
get
who we
calls all
voting
the
for.
time. My aunts call me, hey, who is this on this
Right.
ballot? I don't know who this is.
Exactly. And then that good old Google, because sometimes, to be
Yeah.
quite honest, I just don't be know.
You just don't know.
I don't know. So sometimes I have to, try to look up
So
some stuff.
do you feel like you're affiliated with a certain party or do you vote based on what?
I try to. I really try to. Don't do that to me.
Speak
I-
your truth.
Y'all gonna okay. I try to. It just depends on what makes sense to me.
Yes.
Honestly, like
Okay.
if
That's reasonable.
it just depends on what I hear, what makes sense to me. But sometimes it's really difficult because, like, even when I tried to watch a couple debates,
Mhm.
and I just
Which
be
ones?
like, it was a long time ago. I just cannot. Yeah, the more presidential.
So did you watch
I
his last one?
I
with
did not.
Trump and Kamala?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, dang, maybe I did. 'Cause I might have seen some snippets,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just hard to follow because I'd be like,
What?
turns. First of all, what? And then sometimes I don't remember which one it was. I don't know if most recent is like, turn this mic off. Why are you still talking? And why?
What makes you say what? What?
I think sometimes it's like a little, maybe the terminology sometimes, and sometimes it's just like,
It's like they're trying to speak over your head or something.
yeah. And
Okay.
I just don't know a lot about politics. I just need to.
Is it frustrating?
I think anything for me that I'm learning is frustrating.
Okay,
I don't
that's
like
fair.
to not know, even if I'm just driving. If I don't know where I'm going, I don't like to not know where I'm going. I don't like to not like, so sometimes
GPS?
Yes, but still, even with GPS, you gotta watch where you going.
Yeah,
You gotta see what, you know what I'm saying? I like,
So in regards to voting, I'm just curious.
yeah.
In regards to voting, when you hear two candidates kind of just going back and forth to debate,
Yeah,
what would turn you off immediately?
that's a good question. I think I would probably say something that just doesn't, something that probably won't like appeal to us as a community. Like, you know, what I'm saying? Or as even like humanity wise, like sometimes when it comes to like healthcare
Mhm.
or, help it, just finding a way to help like impoverished, stuff like that. I think that would probably be the biggest thing that'll turn me off immediately.
Okay, if you hear them speaking against it, like
Yeah,
Okay.
like
So it's safe to say that you're not a black nigga. I just have to ask. 'Cause just,
We have issues with black MAGA.
I do. I swear to God, I don't like them. I swear I don't like them. I can't stand them.
that's the only
Yeah,
time you're
I
gonna get
just-
something firm out of him. Right there.
I just be like, I just don't. I feel like I be wanting to see the help and the assistance and what we doing, like
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
So
Okay,
That's
so
fair.
you would,
or somebody. Another thing that would probably turn me off is somebody who is like against like religion all the way or something.
where
like
is
that.
Travis?
Yeah. No,
Oh yeah, Travis.
Oh, you would love our friend Travis.
Oh,
no, he would actually just piss you off. though.
Yeah, he would actually. Yeah, he pisses a lot of women off.
well, I'm glad he ain't
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's a numbskull. And I think he just says stuff just to say shit. Honestly, just to do it. I think he's trolling. I tell people like me and him is friends on Facebook, and I'm like, bro, you on here trolling? People, they be getting mad. They be cussing him out. And I'm
And
like,
he be laughing.
y'all, stop. He's trolling y'all. Like literally, like he's
I
just
think he
trolling.
believes it.
I think some of it. Because remember when we asked him about being a conservative, he couldn't tell us.
I mean, he doesn't know the terminology.
He couldn't tell us,
But
at all.
that's another thing for me. Some of it is just like, I can understand that once it's explained to me. Sometimes,
Yeah. Well, he ain't even getting that far.
And you doing so good.
Yeah, you're doing
Right,
great.
right,
You're doing great.
yeah.
So about this Iran deal.
Oh,
I'm just playing.
She said church figure it out.
But no, but seriously, about
I had to do it.
that, because I know
Okay.
everybody, like, nobody is rocking with like Trump, all this stuff, and with this decision, right?
Mhm.
This is probably the best I
For
got.
war?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is probably the best I got.
Let me hear this. Let me hear this.
But I've heard before, like, when Obama was in office, that he did something similar,
As far as
like the war, as it related to like jumping in somebody else's, like.
yeah,
So
Libya.
people are always
Libya.
like, well,
Well,
Obama
Libya.
would have
Yeah,
did the
yeah,
same thing, or another
Yeah.
president would have done the same thing. And so,
Yeah.
like, where does that? Is that a thing? Is that true? Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Jordan, I'm gonna pass the ball.
okay. So yes and no. So presidents do have some executive powers to go and do some military actions. The issue comes in where a president is not supposed to unilaterally go to war with a country, right? So even when Obama sent troops to Libya and they had a conflict for a few days or whatever, he eventually went to Congress to ask for permission. Congress has the ultimate power to dictate if this country goes to war, not this president. So the biggest difference is not that Obama did it or not. He absolutely did send and bomb Libya back in the day for whatever reasons.
Mhm.
But the difference is he eventually went to Congress and said, this is why I'm doing it. This is the timeline we're doing it. This is the reasons why. This is our exit strategy. And what Trump is doing right now is nothing like that. As a matter of fact, he's saying, I don't give a damn what Congress says. I'm going to do what I want to do.
So is this why people keep saying it's illegal? What he's
Yes.
doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you
I-
did
Yeah.
that.
I,
Something, didn't you?
I told y'all, learn me something.
Yeah.
Learn me something.
No, and actually, that was great. Actually, so even the way you like prefaced it was a good. So actually, most people know more about this stuff than they think because
Mhm.
politics is everything that happens to you. Everything around you
Mhm.
Yeah.
is some kind of policy or political issue because
Yeah.
it impacts the decisions that everyday lives down to the different levels. So
Yeah.
even if you don't think you know a lot, just think about what you do throughout the day. How are you dealing with your business? There's
Mhm.
policy that influence businesses. How are you
Yeah.
Especially
doing?
being a nonprofit.
Yep, being a nonprofit. Absolutely. A lot of regulations and policies that goes around that, the funding structure, all those different things.
Yeah.
So, healthcare, everything.
Or even how it impacts those that you do serve.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because they could be heavily impacted and can't come to the program, right?
Right.
So
Yep.
You did good. See?
They good.
So what about the North Atlantic Treaty? No, just playing. Okay,
You're
so
stressing me out.
let's go current. Okay, so we got
Okay,
so we got April 7th. You said you weren't registered,
Mm-mm.
but you had voted before.
I voted before, yeah.
Just recently? Any recent elections?
No, not
The
recently.
reason I'm asking because I think you should be okay, but you can register to
can
vote at
register.
the poll.
Yeah.
You know,
I know that.
What do you
No,
normally vote?
you could do that before though.
Yeah.
Well,
What do
the
you
last
normally vote
place
at?
I voted, it was Madison High School, I think.
Oh my,
Okay.
my.
Have you moved since then?
Man,
Okay,
house
so-
04.
So you would need to re-register wherever you decide to, or wherever your resident is. You have to
Mhm.
register in that district or that.
MyVote.gov.
Oh, why don't you
Yeah.
attend our forum? It's
Yeah.
March 28th.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, voted for him. March
But-
20th. That's a Saturday.
But he made a
June the
point.
3rd.
You can figure out where all that stuff is at myvote.org,
Mhm.
.gov.org, something like that. My vote.
This is
We'll,
that-
we'll get the
this is that
actual
good,
one.
yeah.
I should know.
I
that.
have it on the
Yeah.
page. It's on it.
And it'll tell you everywhere, like you put your name and addresses, and it tells you where to register, when you can register, all those different things. And then once you find that out, you can actually register in the state of Wisconsin on the day of election too. So you don't necessarily have to go early.
Yeah.
I would recommend you do.
Yeah, I would,
Yeah.
I would,
You
I
don't
would
have
do
to.
it as quickly because they're trying to fudge with the, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. They're trying to fudge with the voting records and things of that late nature.
Mm.
Because Republicans they just hate to lose. They don't like to do anything
I'll be
cleanly.
calling y'all like,
Which one to vote for?
Who
who this man?
who did?
Right.
Who this woman? Yeah.
What's the T on the T? What's the T on? I'll be calling y'all.
Yeah, and this is to folks that's watching. MyVote.gov. You go on there, it'll show you where you need to vote at. And if you're registered, I'm a person that now since COVID I vote absentee all the time now. So you can
Oh,
order,
really?
you can order absentee ballot.
I know.
Get
Why didn't I do that?
it sent to your house.
Yep.
And now because of the Supreme Court we have here in Wisconsin, the ballot boxes are back in play. They're scattered about different areas of the city as well. So you can take your ballot, your absentee ballot, put it in the secured box. It is monitored 24/7, and they get taken out the day of the election and counted as well. So just to let folks know that, and then we'll talk more about that too. But yeah, you have the option, the absentee ballot, which I love. Even though Midtown though has it where you can early vote, and you can vote. You can be from any part of the city and vote in Midtown's voting apparatus that they have set up. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good thing about Milwaukee is that you have the opportunity to vote early, and they have it set up perfectly. And I love going to do it in person, but I like the absentee. It's quicker. I can just get my ballot, fill it out, throw it into the drop box. Boom, done. So perfect.
Sounds convenient.
Yeah. So locally, we got April 7th is the next election. We have state Supreme Court race. We have county supervisor race. There any alderman races going on too?
I don't see any.
Nothing?
Don't think
Okay.
so.
So the state Supreme Court, and we have
County supervisor.
county supervisor. So you know who your county supervisor is?
I do not.
You know?
Is that awful?
No, it's not awful.
And you would be surprised how many people don't
Yeah.
know, even if they even have one.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad.
The reality is most people don't know who their elected officials are, and I think that is part of the issue, not necessarily on the constituents or the people's issue. It's the candidates or the incumbents or the elected officials need to do a better job of making themselves known to the community, doing more front-facing stuff, so that when we need to get out and be informed and vote for them, we know who the hell they are. So I think there has to be more of that as well. But most people don't know who their elected officials are.
Yeah, I don't.
Don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
It's a tough world. It's a cold world over here.
Yep.
Keep your questions serious.
Inside joke we got going on here, y'all. Inside joke we got going on here.
Jesus.
Lord. Well, Jess, I ain't gonna rank you over the coals too bad.
Yeah, that was a good job. That was
Please,
really good.
though.
Yeah.
I thought that Russia Ukraine deal. You know anything about
Man,
that? No. Okay. Cool.
hold on.
So we're gonna excuse you now,
Baby,
unless you want to sit with us for a little bit longer. Or you straight?
I can sit just
Just a little bit longer. Okay.
Yeah.
So my platform here has started and has grown so immensely to the point I didn't even just to where we are now. I didn't realize that I was going to become this type of a platform, and my platform has now turned into where people announce their candidacy. I've had future governor David Crowley for governor. He's come through. Yep, I'm going for David. And we have some other candidates that's coming for that's running for governor are coming through.
They're coming through.
They're coming through.
Yeah.
But presently with us right now today, we have an individual that is running for District 12 Assembly,
Are you running for something?
and I think that is
Oh, it's not Jessica.
Absolutely not.
that's you.
That's me.
Talk about your
Yes, it
campaign.
is.
Talk about your campaign.
You out.
Check me out. Yeah. So
State Assembly.
State Assembly, man. Yeah. So I officially decided to dip my head and hands into the waters of electoral politics. So
Ugh.
your boy Jordan Roman is running for 12th District State Assembly.
Yeah, y'all hear that? District 12.
Just
Listen up.
dropped the papers last week, Wednesday, or the Wednesday before? Last week. We just
Okay.
announced publicly last week. So we're in the midst of the launch cycle right now. We got our social media and stuff out. You can check me out on Roman for Wisconsin, Roman or WIROMANFORWI.com. And yeah, we're ready to go, man. It's been a whirlwind. It's already been a whirlwind for the last couple months. But since last week, it's really taken on the shape of its own with the launch and media getting involved and taking calls and just people now just like interested in what my platform is and what I'm going to be talking about and what we're going to be doing. So it's been a good experience so far.
So what does District 12 run? What area of the city is that?
Yep. So District 12 is on the north side of the city. So north of Wauwatosa, and so north of Wauwatosa through the county line, 127th Street. So that Butler line,
Okay.
Menominee Falls line,
Okay.
from north to Tosa all the way to County Line Road. So what I like to tell people is like the 91st Street, north of Capitol, all the way through the County Line Road, and then coming back up between 60th and 76th Street, staggering back up. So it's shaped really weird. And the district was just redrawn a couple of years ago, but it's basically the northwest side of town, 91st through 76th, and coming back around.
Okay, now is that? Oh, you got a question?
I do.
Are you in my district?
Go ahead.
I don't know.
So explain that position though.
Yeah. So How much do you want me to get into what it actually is? So I can go to like the branches of government and then you know. so basically what a state assembly. So a state assembly is, and I will just real quick. So there is the executive branch, which is like the governor or president, and then you have your legislative branch, which is what I would be running for, the state assembly, or if you look at federal under the president, it would be Congress, the Senate and the congressman, and the legislature. And then on the Milwaukee level, it would be the mayor would be the executive branch, and then the common council will be the legislative branch. And then you have your courts as the judicial branch.
She want to know how she can be.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to
Speak to that
let everyone know.
Land the plane.
Basics, politics 101. Like people got to know what the three
wanna know how
branches
she
of
can
government
be.
is. But this is why she said like people start talking politics. Like,
No, seriously. You got to know
so
what
for
you
my role specifically, the role of the state legislature is basically two different things. We create legislation or laws for this on the state level, and then we are responsible for the distribution of resources and funding. So we create laws and we decide where money is going to go on the state level around education, housing, healthcare, financing, all of the
State employee raises.
state employee, yeah, all that stuff. So all that stuff would be what a legislator, my role would be figuring out what the best policies to do for that.
Are you running against someone?
Yeah, so I am running against an incumbent. He is the incumbent of District 12 right now.
He's Democrat too as well.
He's a
right?
Democrat.
Okay.
He's a black man.
Okay.
But you know what we've decided as a campaign is that this campaign is really not about him. I'm jumping into the campaign because I feel like at this moment I'm the best person to represent that district.
Yeah.
He seems like he's a good dude. Nothing against him. I've only met him once actually. But my campaign is focused on me and my journey and what I think I can bring to the district at this time with my background, with my experience, with my knowledge around social policy and my background in activism and servantry. Like, I just think that I'm going to position myself to run my race and hopefully it'll be better than what he's running. So,
what? How long has he been sitting?
so he's been in, he was a county supervisor for a while. I don't know exactly how many terms he was a county supervisor, but he just ran for state assembly and won his role in 2024.
Okay.
So I will be running against him for his second term.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens. Like,
Yeah.
we're excited, and I'm gonna run my campaign against him.
Yeah.
I want to debate him though. Let's go.
Oh God.
I mean, we've done debates here too. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. We had a MAGA
I'm
here.
all for a
debating.
good
So,
policy debate. So
yeah, I mean,
How would
Yeah.
you handle that with the MAGA here?
the guy that we had, he's an idiot.
yeah,
But
Oh.
One of the two.
Okay.
I wouldn't consider Orlando.
yeah. Orlando's pretty. He's pretty
We
astute.
may not agree.
he's
but yeah.
astute, but he's an astute idiot. Okay, I'm gonna give him that
Orlando?
because huh?
Orlando.
Yeah,
We love you, Orlando.
because what he did
Right.
was he threw out a whole bunch
Take
of
me and Jordan
minutia.
out of that.
He threw out a whole bunch of minutia, and I hope he's watching. I pray to God he's watching. He's gonna inbox me the other day, but yeah, but he threw out a whole bunch of numbers and this and that. I'm like, man, what are you talking about?
which were wrong
This is
too.
not
yeah.
true. This is all wrong. Where you put his
Exactly.
ass? What is this coming from? But okay, yeah, that was fun.
Okay.
Travis was more fun because Travis was really stupid,
Oh.
and Travis was really just throwing stuff out there. But
It's the word choice this evening.
I think I
Orlando
asked the wrong question.
was more astute in his bringing of information.
This is not the opinion of the candidate for the 12th district.
Orlando was just more astute about it, but I just can't. Again, I can't stand black people, especially black men Republicans.
Mhm.
And it's just because the policies that they champion against hurt people of color, and they have this now. All of a sudden, it's just assault on black women, which I cannot. As a black man, I cannot stand. I just can't stand for it.
Mhm.
And you're sitting there championing this stuff. You seeing these women getting attacked. You're seeing 300 and some thousand women losing their jobs on this current administration. You're seeing all this stuff going on, and you still sit back here. You sitting your chest out with it. It's like, really?
Yeah.
And then you wonder why black women feel the way they feel about some black men.
Yeah.
Like they're not protected. This is a reason why. So that's why I can't stand black Republicans, especially the black men.
Understood.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jerica said, Big Jess, that's my girl. An amazing woman you got there. Oh, I know. I told you we go back like
Hey,
4 flats
Jerry.
on a Cadillac. Jerica, what's up?
That's my girl.
Yeah. See, you see how small Milwaukee is?
Small
I
walkie.
know.
Working
Y'all
with
used to work
Jerica?
together, right?
Working with Jerica, found out y'all was, tight.
Oh yeah, that's my girl.
Didn't even know that. But
Yeah.
yeah. You just Milwaukee's so small. But
Yeah.
any more questions for the candidate?
Yeah,
Not yet.
you say you.
I'm listening, but not,
You
not
listening?
yet. Not yet.
We'll probably have a forum, and he'll probably be able to.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
able to.
That's
do
right.
stuff.
And you said that's the 28th.
That's
March-
the first one. Yeah, we
March
have to do
28th.
it monthly. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did that date because, again, we had a local election coming up on April 7th. So we wanted to
Mhm.
get in front of the election day.
Mhm.
Make sure folks is just aware of, okay,
Yeah.
we're not going to the ballot because we really need folks to vote. I'm telling
Yeah.
y'all. We cannot let this state go back into the hands of Republicans. And we really need to phase them out as much as we can. The state just does better under liberal control. That's just me being a liberal. And that's just my opinion. And that is the opinion of this show. 'Cause this is my show. That's my opinion.
Right.
That's that's just what it is. I mean, so still, you
Touche.
said
Touche.
liberals do better on the economy when they're in power than conservatives. It
Yeah.
fact is right there.
Facts over feelings. huh?
Facts over feelings. That's what it is.
Is it?
What
I mean,
is it? What
I'm still starting stuff from earlier.
She trying to get you riled up.
she always trying to? What you talking about, Tay? What you talking about, Tay?
Nothing.
Okay,
I'll save my beef.
inside joke. But yeah, so Mr. Jordan.
yeah.
If I was in District 12 and I
Yeah.
have, I don't know, what's your opponent's name?
Russell Goodwin.
Russell Goodwin.
Representative Russell
I
Goodwin.
got Russell Goodwin on the ballot, and I
Yeah.
got Jordan Roman on the ballot.
Mhm.
Why should I click Jordan Roman if I'm a District 12 constituent?
Yeah. So being in the district, I think the biggest thing that we're seeing now is that there was a lack of representation from the current incumbent, and I'm not going to go much into again him, but he doesn't show up. And I think our strategy is we want to be very visible. We want to make sure that we are representing the people of the district. We are reflecting their values. We are going into inviting them into the fold and saying, what are the issues that you guys are talking about?
Mhm.
For example, I'm an alpha man, so we think we know everything, right? Right. So when I was deciding to get into the race, I had my own platform around what I thought was like the best thing that I can bring to the district, right? But what we soon found out is that through conversations and being out in the community and talking to people is that the issues that I had, while they're important, they're not necessarily the 3 issues or 3 or 4 issues that the district is saying, right? So what we found out, that the 3 issues that were going to be our core things are going to be around like economic security and opportunity, right? How do we create from a state level, talking about what the role is, how do we invest in making sure that we have good paying quality jobs, right? How do we make sure that there's entrepreneurship activities and opportunities for our youth and young adults in the district, right? How do we make sure that any economic development around housing or things that are happening in that district are going to really benefit the people of that district, right? There's a major concern around the Granville station out there, the old Northridge, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of activity happening. The community is concerned that whatever is going to happen there, their voice is not going to be represented. So it would be my responsibility to make sure that I am representing what they are saying they want in that community. If they're saying they want X, Y, Z, then it's my job to advocate for that. The second issue really is around community safety. And actually, that might be the number one issue because there's a lot of elderly people in that area. And what we're hearing is that people just don't feel safe in their neighborhoods anymore in that district. What we've done is we push a lot of the youth out there. We push all the Black folks out there. But they're mixing in with elderly people out there who have homes and stuff. They have a large veteran population out there, and they have stable homes out there. But now they're seeing that their streets are not as safe anymore, right? So what we're saying is one of the things I want to advocate for is how do we really invest in crime reduction and violence prevention, right? How do we invest in mental health resources, right? Making sure that we have different revenue streams that help our kids who are struggling with mental health needs, right? And then how do we create like collaborative partnerships with underground grassroots organizations who are doing things in the community, working hand in hand with the local law enforcement, making sure we're holding them accountable to our needs as a community. That's what the community is saying they want. So again, it'd be incumbent on me to make sure that I'm bridging and having those conversations to say, yeah, we want the police to be there and have a presence, but you got to be working with these families and these communities and show up in a way that they want you to show up.
I have a question.
Yes.
So with what you talked about, it kind of aligned with the county supervisor a bit.
Okay.
So do you all work together, the county supervisor and the alder person?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So again, I get professorial, all the different levels. So everybody should be working with each other.
Yeah.
Right. And I think again, that's the issue why I'm in the race now, because what I believe is that the current incumbent has not taken advantage of the relationship with those different levels.
Okay.
As a state representative, I should be working with the county supervisors, multiple county supervisors in my district,
Right.
and then the multiple common council members, because the common council members and the supervisor are actually closer to the issues than the state legislature is.
Yeah.
Right. So the way it will funnel up is a constituent will raise that issue to the common councilman or the alderperson, who will then work collaboratively with the county supervisor, create some package or legislation and send it my way on the state level to say, this is what we're asking for. This is what we need money for. This is what we need resources for. Now it's my job to fight for those resources so that we can trickle it back down to those areas.
So now knowing that these are some of the pain points,
Mhm.
like, do you have like an action that will combat what these issues are so far, or are you still working on that? Because it sounds like you want to talk to more people, get their insight on what it is that we need, and you know what some of the issues are.
Yeah.
So what are the actions? Like, what do you plan to do?
Yeah. So
or you want to hold off on that?
no, I mean,
Oh, my bad.
it's kind of twofold.
I mean,
There's actually, and there's, I should be able to answer these questions, right? So
well, today you should.
yeah, I'm prepared to answer the question.
Okay, that's
And I may not have a specific, like, we're going to do X, Y, Z on this
Right.
one thing, but I have ideas, right? But what I like to tell people is I am not a politician by trade. So I'm not going to promise anybody anything.
Mhm.
It is my job to get into office and to see and to learn what legislation is actually happening. So I've been doing my research and studying and doing things. There's bills on the tables that are addressing education and healthcare and all these different things. A smart person would come in and say, I'm not going to just come in and just like, this is my way. I'm going to learn and see what everybody else is doing to see how I can
Right.
support that. And then when there's opportunity for me to suggest something new or recommend or write a new legislation that may not be considered, then that's my job to do that. So that's first. I guess when we get to specific things, one of the issues that I talked about, I didn't really talk about, was around like education, right? So I'm an MPS student and my entire life been in MPS schools, right? So there's a big debate around how we fund MPS schools, and we absolutely should fund that. But I think a specific answer to just helping people access more opportunities in education is, how do we build pipelines, right? How do we build pipelines from class to college, right? Or if you're not going to college, how do we make sure that there's trade opportunities there? So one specific thing I would say is we need to be working with our local businesses and local organizations and figuring out what are the jobs of the future. We have these AI things coming up. We have these data things coming up, right? We should be looking at the 6th grade, elementary, middle school level and seeing, we know these jobs are going to be here 7 years from now. What are we doing to create a pipeline to prepare these people for these jobs now, training them so that when they get to high school, they graduate, they have opportunity to go to college, or they'll be prepared for these jobs now. So a specific thing would be creating that pipeline, working with on the ground level organizations to say, we're going to train our kids from an early age to be prepared for these jobs that are coming in.
Yeah.
I
I
have
like that pipeline
Mhm.
kind of like idea. And one of the things that you did say that I took notice is, I feel like a lot watching, sometimes you see, even in like movies and shows and stuff, you see a lot of times politicians just over promising.
Yeah.
So I like how you said that you wouldn't be
Yeah.
just saying that you're going to come in and do something, and you're more
Yeah.
so going to be evaluating and seeing what that looks like. But I do like the pipeline ideas, like with the elementary through
Yeah.
middle school, and trying to figure out what that looks like, because I think a lot of kids that even come through my program, they don't all want to go to college.
Right.
Sometimes they want to learn things, even in the beauty industry. So I think that's a great idea.
And the reality is, we talk about trades now. Like, people think one of my brothers is in the trades. He's a contractor, right? He's probably been in school longer than I have, and I went to grad school and all kind of stuff. And so there's learning ongoing learning that's required in that. So we can't expect our kids when they graduate to just like, I'm just going to go into the trades. No, you know how much work it takes to be a plumber, to be a carpenter, to be an electrician. Like there's actual things that we need to be preparing our kids at an early age to do that.
That's what we need more of.
And our young
We need more
adults.
investment in the trade.
Absolutely need more investment in trades.
Electricians. We need
Right.
more, those kind of things because it's sorely lacking.
Yep. And then lastly, I've been around politics long enough, and I argue with my team all the time. Like, I don't want to be a scripted politician. I don't want to blah, blah, blah. And I understand the politics of it. But where most politicians go wrong is they think they know what's best for the communities and for the people. Instead of going back, taking a step back, because most politicians, they can be arrogant. They are who they are. Like they're overly confident. And there's a reason why people get in politics, because some of that bravado comes off of it, right? But we need more politicians to take a step back and center the people and listen and to say, I am going to be fighting for you, really addressing the issues that you say you're not in that committee versus what I think I know you want me to do for you.
I have a question.
What you got, Tay?
How will you combat the issue of older politicians wanting to run everything without the input of the younger generation? For instance, it's just ironic to me. A lot of older people don't know how to use their cell phones.
Mhm.
The world is based on technology.
Mhm.
These generations need to get together and, they need to pass the torch.
Yeah.
We need to learn what's happening, right? Because we're going to get in there and make up our own stuff, right? If they don't teach us. How will you, when you get in there, how will you combat that issue?
Yes, that's because the old Jordan before he ran would be like, they all need to go. If he older than blah, 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 they need to go. But the reality is there is institutional knowledge that they hold.
Mhm.
They have been in those offices, some of them for years, and they know the legislative process. They know how to move things from A to B quicker and more efficiently and effectively. So there is value in having that. I think one of the things, to answer your question, I would try to do is, how do we create mentorship? And I don't know if they have these things already because I'm not in office, but it would be ideal if in a perfect world, me, and I'm not that young. I'm going to be 43 this year. So
I just turned 42, but I think I'm speaking because a lot of them have been in their seats
for years. Yeah, absolutely.
For years. We're talking about, a lot of them.
40 years.
So when you, I guess I'm trying to not say what I want to say, but watching people create laws and rules for people that they don't even talk to is crazy.
It's asinine, isn't it?
I feel like Milwaukee is so far behind just simply based on poor communication.
We are. Yeah. So I think it's incumbent of us younger legislators to come in and kind of force a new way of thought by, again, being present, coming to the table with ideas, demanding accountability and demanding like not to just come in and get along or go along to get along. Right. No, there's no reason for Jordan Roman to go into office and say, I'm just going to do things the way they've been.
I'm going to do what you say. Yeah.
Right. If that's the point, then I might as well sit my black ass where I'm at now and do what I'm doing. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what I would like to do is make sure that I'm being a part of those conversations and we're saying, the way you've been doing things, we got to do something different. But you can't just say we got to do something different. Here's 1, 2, 3. Here's an idea. This is what I like to do. This is what's working in Indianapolis, or this is what's working in Chicago regionally around, especially around like housing. With my background in housing, like I can go to a housing committee, for example, and say, have we done actual case studies of what Indianapolis is doing? Have we seen what Detroit is doing post the bankruptcy and how they're coming up and they're investing and developing? Are we seeing what's happening in Baltimore, in DC around naturally affordable housing? We know there's a need for that in Wisconsin. Why aren't we looking at the best case practices across the nation and saying, how do we implement that in this state? And
I think had they done more research, like you were saying, we would have realized that we invested in all that money in, I could have invested in something a little bit better.
Probably
that actually serves an actual real purpose to
Right.
get people from different metro areas within the city.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind
But
of
no-
like just making real impact, true impact, instead of things that look good on paper.
Right. Because the house looks good.
I
Yeah.
have a question.
But that's it.
Kind of like touching around what you were saying as far as like the older people that hold like the seats. like if you did or whenever you get in office, are you going to like, is it based on how receptive they are, or are you going to be able to get in there and say, okay, what does that look like? Are you know what I mean? Are you going to get in there and be able to really say certain things that is it based on them really understanding it, and do they have to give like the permission, or is it kind of like, well, no, we're not doing that,
or they that blackball you out?
Yeah,
right? You know what I'm saying?
So I don't know. So I'm gonna find out too when I get in there, right? I have no idea. But what I will say is, there is a trend in politics, especially in Wisconsin. We are seeing younger representatives being elected across the board, right? We are seeing younger representatives of color, by diversity and different hues, right, coming in and taking office. So that's why it's important for me and others. And there's like a slew of candidates who are younger than I am running for office. We have to come in with power and agenda. We have to come in with a plan. That's basically what I'm saying. So regardless of what the system is and what the old guard says and whatever they allow and not allow us to do, we have to be forceful and say, we're not going to be quiet or silent. We're going to come in here. We're going to have our agenda. We're going to try to advocate, because the current system is unsustainable. We cannot continue doing the same things that we're doing at any level of government over and over and over again, expecting that we're going to get different results. And I think we're seeing a lot of that. And I think with this opportunity now, because there's potential that the Democratic Party takes control next year, there's going to be more opportunities for us to defeat those obstacles and do things that are more progressive and more future focused. Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah.
Running for what again? Go to people.
12th District State Assembly, Wisconsin State Assembly. Yes.
And if I was in District 12, I would be voting for Jordan, honestly.
Yeah,
but
vote for Jordan.
Yeah, we're in District 7.
Well, no, so you're in District 7 of the county supervisor.
Yeah.
So you're actually, I think your representative is Kaylin Haywood, though. I think that's
okay,
District.
I've heard that name.
Maybe is that? I have to double check that, but I think you guys may have Kaylin Hayward for this district for state assembly.
Oh, that's who we should vote for.
Yeah.
You got inside
We'll look and
names.
see who the district rep here for the state is, but I think it's Kayla. He's dope. He's actually in Alpha too. So
They keep throwing shots.
Yeah.
That's why I'm laughing. Stay
and
throwing
can I
shots.
just say one thing?
Huh.
For someone who doesn't talk politics,
She did pretty good.
you are like, but you have been talking politics this whole
The whole
time. Like this whole
Other
time
than-
it's
other than
been,
about your organization. but
yeah.
You really have been really engaged.
The engagement level, and you see how you're connecting the issues to the kids.
I
Like,
just need you to tell me
yeah.
about the Iran nuclear deal. We need to have some really good discussion. No? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
The rest of me out.
We got Stacy tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. So upcoming events. You already had your event from drive was last week. Anything else coming up that you guys are working on or building towards for the summer? Anything that you want to talk about?
Not
Let
yet.
people know that you
We
got
don't have
going on.
anything set in stone, but we're working on some things. I'll let you know.
Still taking donations for
Men's attire.
Men's attire.
shoes,
Attire.
All things formal.
okay, all
Yeah.
things formal. So
Mhm.
if anybody out there has got some donations, stuff in the back of the closet, stuff you ain't wearing, stuff you bought your kids, it still got tags on it. Donate
Formal
that
stuff,
stuff.
though.
Yeah,
Formal.
excuse me, formal. I mean,
Yes,
it's
please.
formal stuff.
Right.
And I
we
had
bringing you
people
all
drop
type of
off
stuff.
sundresses, and I'm
Right.
like, listen, lady.
Bringing all type of stuff.
Formal stuff.
that
So
could be
y'all
like an
know-
after party dress
Yeah.
after the prom. You know,
We got so many dresses. I told them kids to take a graduation dress.
there you go.
What?
There you
That's
go.
great.
That is wonderful. That was
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So one more time, I'm gonna shout you out. IO Youth Foundation.
Mhm.
Where can we find your information at, Jessica?
IOYouthFoundation.org or Instagram and Facebook at IO Youth Foundation.
All right. Anybody that heard that, please go and check her out. Like, as they say, the old form, like, share, tag, all that stuff.
And the documentary is also on YouTube.
And
it's on our
what's the
YouTube.
doc about again?
It's pretty much just the milestones over the last 10 years.
Okay.
We've got some interviews from sponsors.
If someone wants to check out that YouTube doc, how they do that?
They'll go to the website,
Okay.
ouryouthfoundation.org.
And
If
it's
you
there.
scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see a play button and a photo.
Okay.
Click that, it'll take you straight to our YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jessica's also told me this evening that she's running for mayor in 2028. So we're going to start her campaign right
Jessica
now.
for mayor.
Jessica for mayor. So y'all get ready.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no. But hey, we want to thank you for
Yes.
giving us some
Thank
time this evening. You said you was gonna give us a church banger, but you didn't. You stayed, took some softball questions. You were very engaged and active. But again, people, and I want y'all to know, you don't have to be an expert at this. I'm not an expert at this. I love reading, and I'm always politics.
Reading and talking.
Who, me? Okay, I talk stuff, but that's only when they talk stuff first.
It's okay.
They talk stuff first, and I gotta respond.
I'm judging you. I'm not judging you. The order. I'm not judging.
They talk stuff first, so I just had to get back at them. But yeah, so you don't have to be an expert. Just, folks that want to come on, because I heard that we was talking earlier, and someone mentioned that we don't have a lot of women on, and women to be scared. Yeah, just come on and talk. Jesse did a wonderful job. We gave her some really smooth questions, and she answered it, and she even came up with her own questions. But I'm going to definitely invite you back. I think your organization is doing some wonderful things. People need to know what's going on. Because I just get tired of hearing those complaints that we have nothing and Milwaukee ain't this, Milwaukee ain't that. That's why that's been in 10 years in the running with our own foundation doing amazing work in this community for our youth. And that's just so important. And Whitney said it best, children are our future. So we ain't investing in them. What are we investing in?
Absolutely.
So I just love that. Tomorrow night, y'all got me doing something special this week. I got another show tomorrow night. So you got me 2 nights this week. Stacy Smiter, who is running for District 7 County Supervisor.
What's his last name again? No, this one.
I guess we can have him confirm what it is.
We're going to talk about all that tomorrow night. And that's why we're doing a special tomorrow. Stacy is coming on tomorrow. He could not make it tonight with us, but he's going to be on tomorrow with
teaching,
us.
Though.
Right. He's teaching. Well, he's teaching. That's why he can make it. He's teaching, and again, investing in our youth. So that's why he could not make it with us tonight. But he is coming on tomorrow. We're going to discuss all this rigmarole that's been thrown out here, stuff being thrown against the wall. We're going to take the stuff and scrape it off the wall so we can know what's really going on. But he is running for District 7 County Supervisor against Felicia Martin, who's the incumbent, who will be on our show next week, Tuesday. She has agreed to come on. So get your questions and things ready. But again, this week, tomorrow night, while we'll be back here at 6:00. Jordan, you coming?
I would not. I will be campaigning tomorrow.
You're campaigning.
Yeah. I'm official now.
Right. He's campaigning. He's official now. He's campaigning.
Send me your money.
Right.
Send me your money.
Send him your money. It takes money to run it takes money.
Look, it's expensive.
Right.
Oh my God, it's expensive.
We definitely
Help
gonna
them
get
get
something
in.
together, so that we can all start working together, putting these resources in one. And everybody, we ain't gotta have all these silos. Everybody, you doing this over there. We want to do it together. We got the space here. We got Sherman Phoenix, which is they said it was supposed to be building this stuff here for us to come and use it. We got it. Come on, let's come on and do it. March 28th, we have our voter forum, right?
Community forum
that is going to be focused on the upcoming local elections. We do have some individuals that are running for our office. That's going to be on that panel. Mr. Jordan's going to be on that panel, co-hosting with me, but as a campaign person himself, Stacy has agreed to come. And a couple of other candidates for office have agreed to come. So we got tomorrow night. Tune in, y'all. Next week, Tuesday, which should really be fun, right, Tay?
So fun. Next couple weeks, fun.
It's the 28th. We got that event here.
Nothing but facts and fun. Can't wait. Won't miss.
You are messing to have. So y'all just keep your eyes open and keep your ears open. We will make sure this information gets out. Again, Jess, oh my God.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It has just been fun.
Yeah.
We had fun. We had some fun. And we definitely want to have you come back again. So with that being said, y'all, thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in. Share this information. Myvote.gov is where you can get all your local information is about voting. You can also register there. We are telling folks we have to vote, especially in our not so well-known elections, what they call our local elections, our primaries. We got to make sure we vote. April 7th, vote early, vote before. Get your absentee ballot. Send that stuff in. We don't have no excuse, but we have to be all hands on deck, y'all. All hands on deck right now because we are under attack like never before, especially our democracy. So just make sure you're doing what you need to do on your end. Love y'all. Good night.
Hi, Mom.
Good night.
No way.